Okay, I'm gonna share with everybody today my old air compressor. I inherited this from my father, passed away probably a year and a half ago. But this thing's been in the family. I'm 52, and this thing's been in the family, my dad says, before I was born. And when I was a kid, I remember pumping my bicycle tires up with this thing and rafts and whatnot. But my dad's friend, this guy Lehman, he made this for my dad, and I'm told it's made out of a refrigeration air compressor, a refrigeration compressor, I guess pumping the Freon or ammonia or whatever. And they took it out of an old refrigeration unit and put an air hose on it. Electric motor. I don't know if the motor was part of the unit or if they put that on, but it's been in the family for a long time. My father passed away and I inherited it. See, it's got a gauge on here. The gauge only goes up to like 30 pounds, but you let it pin itself. When it pins itself, you're at 40 pounds. And I don't know what brand the motor is. Oh yeah, there is a tag on it. Okay, there's the motor. But yeah, we pump car tires up, everything with it. It works real good. It's a little slow, runs slow. When it starts pumping, this right here is the air inlet. That was probably where a fitting went and it pumped the Freon around, or ammonia, or whatever they were using back then. And probably came out this side, which the air is coming out of. This belt, look at this belt. This belt, I'm sure this belt is the original belt. That belt's got to be 50 something years old. The pulley's been replaced. I think the pulley got busted or something. We put a different pulley on it. But this is my belt tensioner. That piece of wood is so saturated with oil and flimsy that the motors pull together and the belt gets loose and slips. So I put these 2 blocks of wood in there and a door wedgie for shimming doors when you're hanging a door, and tapped it down through the center, and that spreads the 2 units and tightens the belt. And then it's on this other board that's just got casters on it, and a air hose with a fitting. I did a little bit of work for it with it when I got it. I had to put a new cord on it. But here, I'll start it up for you guys. Oh, and the capacitor's fried, and I put a different capacitor out of something else, and it still won't start. You got to kind of spin the belt and get it going. But I don't know if I have the wrong capacitor or if something's blowing in the motor or whatnot. But here, I'll start it up and show you. Here you can hear the air coming out. But this has got to be like 50. I know I'm 52. So it's got to be, who knows how old it was when they made it. I don't know any idea how old that compressor is. Never seen anything like it. Anybody knows anything about that, call me. Let me know. So there it is. This is my homemade refrigeration air compressor. And I did, a long time ago, I used this thing to pump up a big air tank. It must have been like a 200-gallon air tank. And I pumped it up to 100 pounds, 100 and something pounds, and used it to spray paint a car. Actually a pickup truck. and I let that tank pump up, and it lasted quite a while. I'd spray until it was down, and then I'd pump it back up. It took a while to pump it up. That's all I had way back when I was a teenager, but it worked. There it is. Anybody knows anything about that Freon pump? Still holding it.